Hi everybody, it's Sala here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do some real-time crafting with you instead of just speeding this up. I hope that's okay. It's day 8 for Junk Journal July UK, and I'm going to make some pockets. Actually, I think, or I feel like I'm almost cheating a little bit, because one of my pockets is already made here. It was just the page that happened to be in this spot. It's not even premeditated or anything like that. So gotta love it when coincidences like that happen. Anyway, I'm going to just cover this pocket and maybe decorate some. I have already torn a little piece of paper out from the Hail Herbology kit, and I'm going to glue that on the pocket to cover most of it. Let's see, there we go. Come on, get in there. Yes, it's inked, it's done. I could add a smaller pocket in here, but to be honest, my journal is already getting quite bulky. That is something I was looking at earlier today, so let's not do that. I was also looking at this beautiful piece of PET tape, that I had on my desk, and I think I'm just going to use that for this. So I will pause the video for a while and cut this piece off because I really like that one. So I was thinking like something like so, but I also cut out the word Paris. I'm thinking I want to add some book page here in somewhere, just to add another layer, and because I think I'm going to connect this spread with the next one, which is stamp on book pages. So I think I'm going to make the tags with that prompt. This is just a 2-inch, so about 5 centimeters wide circle. Nothing special. Yet just what I think this page needed to make it just a little bit more interesting. Yes. There we go. Could have also torn it, but I had the bunch and it was easy to do. Then, if I can, I will, quickly peel off the PET sticker. People have all sorts of tricks for this, but I honestly don't use them. I just peel those off. Sometimes it's a struggle, sometimes it goes quite easily. Where do I want it? I think a little bit towards the bottom. There we go. And then let's see if this one is as nice to me as the other piece was. Maybe not. Okay, let's see. Come on. There we go. The tape is a little bit shiny, of course. That's why I tend to cut the excess around the corners off as well as I can. I don't necessarily like the shiny surface on my projects. But yes, that's really simple. That's the first pocket done. Here is a pocket that I've made in the past. I could just use that, but I figured we could also make one on camera. So, as I'm here to make this maybe a little bit more interesting to you, this idea is from Heather and Jon. I'm not sure if she made hers just like this, but that's where I got this idea from. I'm just thinking if I want to, or how I want to, because I happen to have a page that has a lot of white area there. So I'm just checking to see how this goes with my page. I think it could be a little bit narrower, thinner, not as wide. I really struggle with words that have many R's in there. I'm going to fold this at, looks like the old one was like 3 1/8. I'm going to go 2 3/4 so that it's smaller. Let's fold, or actually I don't know. There we go. I'm trying to make this side even because I will cut that side off. I could leave it as it is, but I'm going to straighten it out just a little bit. Then I want a little bit of this to show, like I have in here. So I'm just going to, actually it works perfectly. I'm just going to align those two edges. There we go. And now, as a finishing touch, I'm just going to fold. Oops, I don't think you can see anything because the page is white. I know I can't see anything, so I'm going to add some ink. There we go. I'm going to fold this along the edge. I'm not going over the edge, but right next to it. There we go. So that is what we have. I'm going to trim the edge right now before I, oops. Just a little craft lunch, nothing to worry about. There we go. Oh, my trimmer is not liking me these days. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but I think it's just getting a bit dull. I have no idea how to sharpen it. Perhaps I should take the blade to somebody who actually sharpens these things or something like that. But I know some people use like aluminum foil. Wow, that was difficult. But I'm thinking with a tool like that, it might be for the best to simply trust the professional people. I think I'm going to use that. It has some kind of like writing on it, so it's a good match. Do I want anything else in there? I don't think so, because now the slot is a lot thinner than it was in my last one. So let's see, what way up is this? I'm once again trying to leave just the tiniest of border in here. There we go. And I thought it would be nice to make sort of a book page, theme No matter where I turn, I always say oops, because I'm knocking something over or whatever. But yes, there we go. Let's cut that excess off. What was I explaining before my oops? Yes, I wanted to make a book page theme of this, because the next will be stamps on book pages. I know it could be postage stamps, it could be like cling stamps or polymer stamps, stamped images. I don't know if wax seals count as stamps, but I know there are wax seals that leave like the same image as a postage stamp. I know there are stamps in the Hale Herbology kit. I think I've used some in my journal already as decoration. At least one. I know I made it like a corner piece. There we go. Just some light inking. I can say light inking because it is quite light. I haven't taken any new ink to this dopper in a bit, so it's nice and light. This could also be a flip out if you would just glue these parts. It could be a corner pocket like this, but I think I'm going to make a double pocket, yes. So I'm going to put glue in here. I will try to avoid going to my desk, which is something I have done quite a lot recently. There we go. This is perfect for a super thin tag. We'll have to make one. But then, yes, I'm going to put glue all the way to the score line there. It doesn't matter if I go a little bit over, because the glue is going there anyway. And then I'm just going to close this shut. So right now I'm actually not going to show you quite yet, because I just glued it down, and this is an old book page. It's quite brittle, so if I try to lift, or if I open a pocket when it's still wet, it will actually lift away from the paper underneath. So now I have more options. I have this bucket here, I have this bucket here. I could create another like side tuck here by gluing this and this side. I could make another tall pocket up there. Do I want to do that? I just mentioned that I don't want any more bulk in this journal because it's getting bulky already. But do I want more pockets? I think I'm just going to glue this. No, I'm going to make a pocket. I don't have to fill it if I don't want to, but I'm going to make a pocket. A tall and skinny pocket. There we go. Just because I feel like whenever I craft, I don't make that many tall and skinny things. So here is the correct spot for it. There we go. Then it's time to do the fun part, which is decorating. I could have decorated it before I put that on the page. Actually, it would have been really, really smart, but here we are. I have somewhat of a straight edge for my tape. I'm just going to tear some off and put it right here. without thinking more of it, because I think that's like a nice match to... Oh, I didn't get it straight. Can I still get it up? Come on. No, not going to try. It'll tear the page. It's not straight, but it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to take, because I think it would look nice with 3 similar things, I'm going to take this and put it on the top here. Let's try to keep this straight. I didn't cut it straight, so it's not straight, but there we go. Now we have kind of like a triangle tear. Then this is not the one that I was cutting from. This is... what do I want to do? I think I want that leaf, and I also want the year, which goes with the Paris. There we go. I want these two. So I'm going to pause the camera just for a bit and do some cutting. So I decided to cut this third or second leaf as well, because I thought it would be nice to go with this piece of washi. Then I'm going to try and take... Oops. It's always a bit... I almost had it. Takes a ton of concentration to get this off for sure. It's funny, whenever I'm doing this off camera, it often goes well. Not that I use this often, but when I use them, it usually goes well. But then when I know people are waiting for me to get it done, it's a whole another deal. So I'm just going to put that there. I don't know where it's growing from. It's growing from somewhere. And then, what side is the right side? Let's try to get this last one off. I think I'm going to show you a few ideas. I'm not sure if you have been following along with my previous videos, but if you have already seen. Come on, come on. You have already seen my pockets, but in case you haven't, if this is your first video, I will show you a few more ideas about pockets. And even if you have seen the videos, maybe it's a good reminder. There we go. Do I want this? No, I'm going to put it straight on the sticker or the tape. And that would be it. That is our really light decoration. I can leave space. I can leave empty space. Yes, I'm shocked too. But before I get too excited about that, I think I'm going to just... Where do I want this? Yeah, I think it would be kind of nice there. But should I don't know. I'm going to put it there, but I think it needs just a little piece of something. Do I have anything in here? I do. I have my scraps from the Hail Herbology kit. I think I'm going to use one of those just to tear a little piece of paper out so that I can mat my pocket tag. There we go. That's good enough. And then I think I want the greener side. I'm going to just tear around there. That's it. Now I'm going to need some ink. Yes, much stronger results after inking the topper. There we go. Just a little bit of definition to that thin strip of paper. There we go. Come on. There we go. Yes. Perfect. Now I also have like 3 really simplistic clusters on this paper. I put glue all the way to that side, but I actually think I want it overlapping just a little bit. So this is a pocket, but I'm just going to do that to get some of the glue off. There we go. So that's my page for this time. Now let's take a look of other pages I've used pocket. Here's one. It's on the bottom of the page. This is like a sewn-in pocket, a bigger version of it. Then we have a side pocket here. Another just sewn-in pocket, just like this one. Just decorated a little bit differently than the one I did today. That's not really a pocket, that's a tuck. Belly band, I guess that technically also counts as a pocket, but side pocket, like hidden pocket. There we go. And then I also did one on the B page. Let's see, there we go. It's a side pocket, but not on the straight to the edge of the page. It's a little bit more centered. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video from me today, and I will be back tomorrow with the next prompt, which was stamps on book pages. I hope I will see you then. Bye for now.